right. We will see if the sun comes up on November 25th in Ann Arbor, Michigan, or whether it's cloudy and snow flurries in the air, because that seems to be a big deal for some. But what we do know is that FanDuel has projected the game 7 months out. I can't do very good math, something in that range. More like 9 months. Yes, out. There we go. And Tony, you've looked these over. What do we have from FanDuel?
Yeah, FanDuel has installed Michigan as a 1 point favorite at home against Ohio State. So if any Buckeye fans want to get on that, you could probably find some pretty good deals on a new account if you're not there yet. I'm not selling anything, but yeah, 1 point favorite for Michigan at this point feels a little low, honestly, given the two losses in a row and Ohio State breaking in a new quarterback and defense looking a little bit concerning and the losses on the offensive line. So it still tells me that not everybody's really ready to buy in on Michigan just yet, especially with the style that they can play. And the last time we saw them was a bad loss against TCU. So, yeah, 1 point favorite against Ohio State. If you want to go get it now.
How does
Yeah,
that hit you, Steve?
it seems about right. I mean, probably, it's virtually a pick 'em, pick the winner of the game, and they're the home team, so you give them the slightest of edge, I guess. But Ohio State is going to have a really good team, I think, in 2023. It's just a matter of the quarterback and the offensive line coming around, and the defense continuing to improve, and making it tangible improvement. As we say, it's easy to look good against the Rutgers and the Iowas and who struggle to get first downs against air, but obviously to get stops against Michigan, that's the litmus test for any Ohio State team, any Ohio State defense. And so, last 2 years it hasn't gone very well on that side of the ball, and now that's going to be the ultimate decider, I think, in how that game's going to go. So if the Buckeyes can go to Michigan and play a great game defensively, and as I was even talking to Ohio State fans last night, it's like it kind of comes back to the pass rush. Everything, when you think about it, defensively, everything begins up front. You got to stop the run. You got to get after the quarterback, and Ohio State's kind of struggled in that regard the last couple of years. So maybe they can get back to doing those kind of things and actually win that game again. I remember when that was a routine thing, and now, it's not as doesn't happen as often as it used to. So there you go.
The dawning of a new era. Well, Steve, doesn't sound like you have much faith in Greg Schiano's 9-year plan to build a top 100 offense.
Yeah, poor Greg. I mean, everybody needs a retirement plan, and his was 3 or 4 more years at Rutgers. So, what can we do? But yeah, Ohio State played some of the worst offenses around that we've ever seen last year, up and down the line, with Notre Dame in the first game, and then Indiana was terrible. Rutgers was terrible. I mean, up and down the line, it was just one really bad offense after another. Iowa, Northwestern, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, when they got in there against the varsity, though, it didn't look good. So, yeah, it was not pretty.